Welcome to the stream. Actually, the title is wrong. It's day 33. Hello, chat. I just muted myself because my internet was bugging a bit, but I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I'm just testing some stuff right now. The little data that I have so far is pretty interesting. So I can basically, I can already show you something. So I collected some of my browsing data, right? Some of my personal browsing data, like what files were being loaded and stuff. I'm not sure you can see this well, but make this a bit bigger. So as you can see, just in this little test, I found I had 6% of duplicate bytes in my browsing when it comes to static files. And this was 1.5 MB. And keep in mind that there's a way to save these bytes, right, without the websites making any changes. We can create this browser optimization that saves these bytes without any changes being have to made from the website, right? And keep in mind, this is just like half an hour of browsing, right? If I would scale this up to like a whole day, this is why I'm running the experiment, right? To understand like how much would I save in a week or in a couple days, and then if we have that number, then we can make some assumptions about how much I would save in a year, right? And then once we have that number, we can make assumptions about how much 100,000 people would save in a year, right? And these numbers are just really good to bring our point home. And as you can see, a lot of the content type that was duplicated, right, was JavaScript. As you can see, like in the top 4 is like JavaScript content types, right? And JPEG was also requested more than needed. And I think at some point fonts will also take over. You know, fonts have super high duplication rate and super high or like we could optimize a lot of fonts with content hash based deduplication, because fonts are often the same, but they have different file names and stuff. But if we cache it based on content addressing, then we can save a lot of these fonts, right? And keep in mind, again, the website doesn't need to change shit. We just built in this browser optimization and boom, they have it, right? All right, I need to debug this now. Or I need to debug it together with Claude, I guess. Yeah, text. There was only one unique text file, but I downloaded it 2 times. So that shows you like there's just so much duplication, right? And keep in mind, this was like 20 to 30 minutes of browsing, right? And in 20 minutes of browsing, I already accumulated 1.4 megabytes of duplicated data, you know? So if we save that and we calculate how much this would be yearly and like how much it would be for every internet user, right? We get to crazy numbers. And that's why I was so mind fucked yesterday, because like this optimization could literally save so much fucking data, right? It's really fucking insane. Like over a month, this would be gigabytes per user, you know, which is insane. And this is not, we are not doing anything with videos yet. You know, we're just doing the most low-hanging fruits, which is JavaScript and PNGs and stuff like that. And I didn't have any duplicate PNGs, which is good, but I know that a lot of the PNGs have a 1 hour max age. So after 1 hour, I would probably refetch all of these. This is the thing. A lot of these files, right? I just tracked like 30 minutes. But if I would track for an hour, the duplication would go way up because these 6% is just like what I've duplicated within 30 minutes, right? But after an hour, a lot of these files, they expire, right? And I refetch them. But or my browser refetches them, right? But they are the same. So if we would validate, invalidate the cache in the meantime by content hashing, then we could, you know, never expire the cache until it actually changes. So yeah, I think the duplicate bytes will go way up if I use it for like 2-3 days. The duplicate bytes will go way up. And what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to put this number into the browser so that I can track it immediately. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to debug right now. Because then we could have like these two numbers inside of the browser, right? And then we understand a lot better like how the stuff is duplicated during browsing. All right, nice. Now it's showing the correct numbers. And I'm not sure, but I think it is rendering something in the browser. Nope. I want this number to appear up here. And actually,